Welcome to the Cubbes Lecturer Portal. So how it works is once you submit your details and you are onboarded, you receive an email of your password and the login link to the portal. So all you have to do is to click on login to portal and then with your password. So you put in your email and then your password, and then you sign in. So once you sign in, you would have access to your lecturer portal, and I'll walk you through everything on the lecturer portal. So you can see, welcome back. Here is your quick overview for today. So you can, if you submit your courses to us, we would have also added some of your courses. That's why you can see total course 4. And then students on their end, once they download the mobile app and they select that they are taking this particular course that you are lecturing, you will see the total number of students that are taking that course. And then we have like announcements that you can send to your students. You can schedule your upcoming classes and all of that. But let's say you are taking more. So I'll open the courses now. So we have Principles of Management, Introduction to Business, Principles of Management, Business Communication. These were the courses that you selected that you were taking. But let's say you are taking more courses than that. I'll just go back to the dashboard. You can create course. And so we already have some courses on our platform. All you need to do is just to search from our list of courses, right? Search from our list of courses and then add. So I'm going to add Production Operations Management 2. Once I select that, every other details pre-fills, and all you need to do is to create course. Okay, I need to select the level, and you create course created successfully. So now the courses on the list are 5. So if you check, you'll see the recent course that we added. That is Production Operations Management 2, right? So I'll go back to the dashboard again. So that is when you already find the course on our platform. But peradventure, if we do not have the course on our platform yet, all you need to do is to select enter a new record, and this use existing data department course would deselect, and then so you're just going to fill in the course title, fill in the course code, the unit, the academic year, the department, the education level, program type, the level and semester, and then you create course. And when you do that, all of these details will be on the platform. So another thing we have here is upload resources, right? So you can decide to upload resources on our platform, and when you publish it, every student that selects that course on the mobile app will see this resource. So now instead of sending resources via the class rep and then they send it on the WhatsApp group that they can't even find, once you share a resource on this platform, every student will see it on their mobile app. So right now I'm going to dive into the courses. Let's go to your courses. So we have these courses, and I am going to pick the first course, Principles of Management. So when you select that course card, you would be able to see first the details of the course, the description, the students, the number of students that has enrolled in that course, the session you are, and the units of that course. And parental, we already have all of these details on our platform, but peradventure it's not correct and you want to edit something, you can always edit it, right? So I'll start with the overview. The overview is basically the course outline for that course. So everything all the topics that you'll be taking on that course, we already have it, but peradventure things have changed over time. You can always add an outline with this button or edit. And the good thing about this course outline is once you take a topic, you can just mark it as completed, and automatically the progress updates. So now you can see that in the semester you have covered one topic and then you have 5 more to go, and then as you tick, you can just see the progress that you've made so far, and then you know that the time you have left to complete that topic, you'll be able to do that before exams start. Another good thing about this course outline is you can always add the estimated hours it will take to complete a particular topic. So let's say a topic is very long and you take 2 classes. Let's say a class is like 2 hours, but this topic would need 4 hours classes. You will just put estimated hour as 4 hours and then you update. So what this does is, if you have allocated time to each topic, you would be able to know. So now I set 4 hours only for one topic and I have covered that. But let's say I set all the hours it will take to complete all the topics that we already have, and you've not completed a particular hour. You would see that hours completed is 4 hours over 8 hours. It means you still need 4 more hours to complete all the other topics that you have. That way you'll be able to properly manage your classes and the time that you have left before exam period starts. So this is all about course outline, and then you can see the course details, department, the lecturer, the total classes you've had, and total classes you need to have, and then complete classes. So now let's go to the students. Students is where you see all the students that have selected that course and enrolled for that course, right? So you can see your total enrolled, active students and inactive students. So active students on our platform counts when a particular student has marked attendance. So you are seeing active student as 0, meaning no student in this course has ever marked attendance, right? So this is our enrolled students database, and currently we have 8 students. We have their name, you can see their matric number, their contact address, email address in case you need to reach out to them. So we are not displaying phone number because we also understand student privacy, right? But we collect their phone number. So status inactive means they haven't marked attendance, and their attendance rate is 0%. I'll come back to this attendance rate when we get to the attendance section, right? So now let's dive in. Attendance. So this is where you mark your attendance for every class that you take. So when you walk into a class, very simple, all you need to do is to select the take attendance button, and we already have the course outline, so you can just easily mark what attendance you took for what class. So now we're going to take attendance for our first topic, introduction to management, and then you can set the duration for, you only want to take attendance for 15 minutes, you want to take attendance for 30 minutes, you want to take attendance for 1 hour, and all of that. The good thing is, if you want to take attendance for the whole of the class 2 hours, you can set a late threshold. This means that you want to take attendance for the full class, but you only want to specifically mark the people that came early to class for the first 15 minutes. This means that every student that marks this attendance will show on your portal, but only 15 minutes will show a present tag. The remaining students that marked the attendance after 15 minutes will have a tag of late, so you can know people that usually come late to class, right? So then we are going to start this attendance, and this attendance is actually location based, so that students in their hostel or in their house will not be able to take this attendance. So if they try to impute the code for this attendance, it's going to generate a it's not going to mark the attendance. It's give them an indication that they are not in class, right? So that's why we need your location to get the lecturer location, to use that as a check for the student attendance. So we'll start the attendance now, and it's just trying to get your right location. Right, so the attendance has started, and what you will do as a lecturer now is to share this code to your students. So you can just write this code on the board, or just call it out. So you do not have to call this BSAD 101, because on the student end, this code would already be pre-filled. I'll also take it to the student end and how they will mark attendance, right? So majorly the only code they need to impute is EBUB, and if they're in class, the attendance will mark, right? So another thing that you can do, so let's say a student, we would advise that all students find a way to download the mobile app and register, right? So peradventure, a student has an issue with their phone at that time, You as a lecturer can also mark. You just come to mark direct, right? You will see all your students. You can search for a particular matric number or name if your students are a lot for you to go through, but you see all your students, and then all you have to do is to mark them as present. Let's say one of them is present, and then submit. So yeah, you've been able to now successfully mark attendance for a student. And by the time we go to, so now when I go back to my students, you can see that one student is now active because Peter DME has marked an attendance. And so far we have created one attendance, means he has an attendance rate of 100%. If we create another attendance and Peter does not mark, his attendance rate is going to reduce. This way you can easily see the students that attend all their classes and the students that are defaulting in attending classes, right? So when we also go to this particular attendance and we view the details, you'll be able to see the student record of that particular class. So you can also decide to export a particular class attendance or your overall student data. You can export that, right? So the next thing that we have is assignments, but we'll be launching that very soon. And then we have resources. So for the resources, as a lecturer, if you have a resource that you want to share with your students, all you need to do is to select the upload resource, the title of the material you want to share, principles of management, if it's a document or a YouTube link, but it's a document I'm uploading first, and then I'll select the material I want to upload and upload resources. Yeah, so every student on their mobile app would be able to see this material when you upload it for your students. All right, so now we have one material, one resource that we've shared, and this is a PDF. But let's say you saw a YouTube link and you think that all your students should watch that. All you need to do is to share this YouTube link, upload resource, title, the document type is now YouTube link, right? So you now put in the link and then you upload resource, right? And now we have this resource. So we also have assessment, and all you need to do about assessment is to create so assessment is like you want to do a test for students, or you just want to give them an assignment, something like that. So all you have to do is to create assessment, so we have two types of assessment. We have in-class assessment and open assessment. In-class assessment means that only students in the class will be able to participate in that assessment. So let's say you set up an assessment and a student is in their hostel. If they try to take this assessment, they will be blocked from taking it because this assessment verifies their location and only students in class can take this assessment. It's also time bound, so they can only take the assessment within the duration that you set. While open assessment means that you just set an assessment and you want students to submit anytime, like within 2 days. It's not location bound. They don't have to be in class physically, right? So you set this assessment and then and every student on the app will see this assessment on their end. And then we also have an announcement which will be launching very, very soon. Let's say you are going to be having a special class, a special test, or you just need to have an extra class with students instead of always going via the class rep and then some students saying, oh, they didn't get this information. You just send an announcement, and every student that registered for that course on their app will get this notification and announcement details, right? So I will be going to the student side of the app right now, so I can just show you how the student will mark attendance, how we verify, and then how you see the details on your platform. So every student that has registered for Principles of Management course, once they open the course and they come to their course materials, they would be able to see, this was the course we uploaded right now, they will be able to see the course material directly on their material. So if you have a resource that you want to share with your student, this is all you have to do. And the student app has a lot of benefits. It really helps students to learn and to study better, right? Then let's also move to the YouTube resource that we uploaded. This is the YouTube link that you shared with your students. So let's also go to the YouTube resource that you shared with your students, YouTube videos. This was the video that we uploaded, so the students can just easily watch and then learn better on that course. And the good thing about this is they are not distracted with other YouTube videos. They only focus on that particular video.
Here's a little known secret. The way your boss and almost every manager in the world.
So now let's go to the attendance. Remember, we created an attendance initially. As a student, once I open my Cubbes app, I would be able to see that there is an active class ongoing and it closes in 48 minutes, right? So I just select that, and they require my location to be enabled. So I enable my location as a student just so that I can verify that I am in the same class with the lecturer. All right, so now I am going to input the code that the lecturer shared in class. I will just go to attendance, take the code EBUB, and then verify. Okay, I input the wrong code, so it's not going to verify. So I'm going to try again. EBUB, and make sure that that code is right. So I verify code, and as a student, I have been marked present successfully. So right now I'm going to just switch back to the lecture platform and see what's happening. So I go to current session, and I can see that 2 students are successfully marked their attendance, right? And this is it. So you can just export these details. So when you go to session history and you open that particular attendance, you will see that 2 students has marks. Right. So now you've seen how the attendance work. I'm going to start. Let me end this attendance and start another attendance. Right. So what I want to show you now is we started this attendance. Previously, when Peter Demi marked his attendance, it was on 100% because we've only had one class and he was present for that class. So now this is the second class and he has not marked attendance, means he was present for one class and now he's not present for the other class, and the attendance rate is on 50%. So it just keeps going on and on. So as Pete misses classes, his attendance rate is going to drop. This way you can easily see students that are active and students that are not active, right? So this is Cubbes Lecturer Portal application. You're going to have a great time using this portal to manage your students, your classes, your courses. Oh, one more thing, your calendar. So I know that lecturers usually have different classes, they teach different levels. You can just easily manage all your classes on this. So you can go to add new class. So the date for this class is Thursday today, and then the start time is, let's make it 8 a.m. Start time is 8 a.m. Yeah, and then the end time is 10 a.m. and then the venue is all 2, and then the room is room 1. And then you can put any notes. So you schedule this class and then it creates. So now you can see that today we have a class. So it just goes on and on. You just come to your lecture portal, you see all the classes you have for today, and we also remind you, set a reminder. Yeah, and then for the week you can easily just come and see that you have this class. So yeah, everything is good to go. And we have so many other features coming for lecturers. We have research tool for them to do their research and publish articles and all of that, right? So thank you so much.